Okay, let's just go through the steps quickly. It should only take a few minutes. Prerequisites, S3 bucket. Let's go to AWS S3. Create bucket. Just ignore my existing buckets. Create bucket. I'm going to type in a random name, Prerender.cloud, testing, 2018, 10, 18. And we can just make sure it's in US East and then just hit next. We can take all the defaults here. Next, create bucket. Step 2, CloudFront distribution pointing to that S3 bucket. So let's go back, find CloudFront in here or type it in, and ignore my existing distributions, but we'll create a new one here, a web, get started. When you click origin domain name, it's going to give you a list of S3 buckets, so click the one we just created, and then just go through these steps here. Restrict bucket access, yes. Origin access identity, create new identity. Grant read permission on bucket, yes. Update bucket policy. Okay, that looks good. We can optionally enable automatic compression, but I'm not going to. Create distribution. And this takes you to this intuitive page. Click distributions, and it's the one that we just at the bottom of the list here. So moving on, clone this repo. I've already done that on my laptop. Install dependencies, yarn install, and hardcode your auth token. We can skip that step while we're getting things running. The consequence will just be rate limiting. And this step is important. Hardcode your CloudFront URL. So you get your URL from the distribution, so click on it. And it's right here, the domain name. Triple clicked, grab the whole thing. Then go to handler. And in this configuration section, it's number 3, the host. So I'm going to uncomment this and paste it here. Save it. Let's go back, moving on. We don't need to edit any other configs. We don't need to remove a CloudFront custom error response because we are not using an existing distribution. We created a brand new one. We also don't need to add this permission because for purposes of this demo, we don't need to get 404s working. So we can just go ahead and deploy this Lambda at edge function. The first step is just about AWS credentials, which you can read about anywhere else. It's the standard AWS credentials file. So let's go ahead and copy this deploy command. And we'll paste it and set our actual distribution ID, which is right here. And then edit it here. Hit enter, and this just takes a few minutes to create a CloudFormation stack. Okay, it's complete. So now we can hit the upload, sync push the files to S3. So let's go back to S3, find our bucket, and then click upload and just drag these files in. Hit upload. And once it's finished, we should be able to hit the CloudFront distribution URL and it should be working. Sometimes it requires some invalidation. Open a new tab. Now it's working, so let's try a page in a subdirectory. Make sure that the subdirectories are working. That seems to be working. You can view source to see the server-side rendered HTML.